So the other video I just made talked about how I may discontinue consuming so much content around politics. One reason to consider how much content you consume around politics or sports or something like that is how much it can be kind of a way to sort of live vicariously, if you will, through other people's sort of successes and failures. So it's kind of a tribal thing, kind of identify with a tribe, and then you kind of enjoy, if your tribe that you selected, for instance, let's say the Dallas Cowboys, if they win, you kind of get a little high off of that, a little pleasure off of that. If they lose, maybe you feel some disappointment, or you try to somehow like mentally distance yourself from it or whatever. But to kind of ride the waves of the wins and losses, can provide some entertainment. And I'm not totally opposed to it, but it's possible to kind of use that as a way to sort of medicate yourself, maybe, from the things that you don't like about your life, or to kind of just provide some, to kind of medicate, really, to make so that to distract you from the things that you don't like in life, or things that are unpleasant, or larger problems that you could actually be working on solving if you had the focus and the discipline to work on solving those problems, rather than just kind of medicating and trying to get away from it. So I'm not against some entertainment for sure, and I don't think that life should be all work and no play. But it's possible, I think, to kind of get into this sort of gray zone of media, if you will, where you kind of live in this haze. And this is maybe, a bit of hyperbole here, but you kind of get into this zone of like kind of living vicariously through your team, whether it's politics or sports. And that's kind of what you do to distract yourself from the rest of your life, where it's not as fun or as glamorous, or whatever the thing is that whatever the thing is that makes it uncomfortable to settle in and really enjoy and really be present exactly where you are, the people you're with, the things you do, that sort of thing, rather than just versus kind of having all of your sort of headspace, if you will, taken by, these other teams out there or tribes that you identify with online. So, anyway, do I expect to stop all sports, to stop all politics? Probably not. Although perhaps politics more than sports, but even both of them really I find to be potentially kind of superficial, especially if there's nothing actually earth-shaking happening in politics now. Excuse me. If there is something really amazing happening, or if you're called to like really lean in on prayer, excuse me, for a political party, that's one thing, or I say a political party for the government, a nation, that's fine, that's cool. But I think both can be kind of shallow pursuits of distraction, entertainment, and there may be a better way to live life, and one that I need to figure out. So, have a good one.